Thanks for coming along to our meeting today, where we're going to talk about the market research report to date. It's been a real advantage to our market research team to have had access to the report a few days prior to this meeting so that we can discuss and prepare some questions for you today. On reviewing the report, at our introduction meeting, we posed the research question: is there a market for a new product line, yogurt and toppings, to our current menu? And assigned you specifically to the activity of gathering data to measure the current and future customers' interest, or our current and future customers' interest in the introduction of a natural yogurt and toppings line with our menu. Your market research activity framework report appears to have shaped up well, and on review we've identified two areas of discussion for today's meeting. These include the work plan timeline to ensure escalation of the project and tracking meetings and targets. As part of the escalation process, we've had a look at the timeline against our availability and the key contacts during the project development stages that will be required for you to contact. So that in the event of any challenges, we will have a clearly defined plan as to how and who should be contacted to deal with an issue and ensure escalation of this project is not hindered and our deadline is met. These details we have included in our draft report to assist you and ensure that any obstacles can be swiftly dealt with and overcome. In addition, I see your project schedule has outlined target milestones and follow-up meeting dates, which also recognises specific dependencies requiring our involvement, which is good, and it provides us with a guide to plan our availability. Some of these dates need modification in light of conflicting arrangements with our company's schedule commitments and necessary executive availability to sign off on stages which we've amended to suit. Have a look over these, and if further amendments are needed, let us know before our next meeting, which we've scheduled for the end of this week. Are you okay with that? Yes, great. Okay, so let's move on. The project plan tracking meeting and dates. At this point, I think we can start the real work of reviewing the market research project survey guidelines and finalising the sample criteria. The handout that I've circulated to you is our feedback on the research instrument drafts and sample plans you have submitted to us, and which we have reviewed, and whilst overall looks great, there are a couple of areas we have highlighted which we would like to discuss at this meeting. These include survey styles and some questions that will be included in the survey style. Particularly around how will we manage self-completion surveys with the face-to-face surveys where you need support from existing staff in the cafes. Some of those areas we need to explore a little bit more in-depthly, and to ensure that there are not multiples of surveys being filled, particularly in the self-completion surveys, and how we can manage that. And what motivations around getting people involved we may need to include. These things you can address today, or they can be takeaways, and you can come back or feed through and have finalised for our next meeting. I think we can now wrap up this meeting by recommending that we consider weekly status updates are delivered using a combination of the following methods: weekly written memos, updates to share online, project calendar, and weekly status calls. How are you feeling so far about this? Yep. Yeah, I know it's a lot of work, but I think you'll be able to manage it, considering all the information that we've given you will support that quite easily. And of course, if there are any questions you have, you can come to me, email me, ring me. I'm available in the current interim, and you've got all our calendar dates anyway, so you'll be able to see who you need to call and their availability. But certainly if that person's not around, call me. So I think we've had some real progress today in escalating this project to the second phase, and look forward to receiving update reports and meeting with you again at the end of the week. And are you okay with the end of the week? Great, thank you. I maintain that all reports, including the final presentation, continue to be submitted to us at NFC for review 3 to 5 days prior to the schedule of our meeting. That worked really well for us, and if we can keep that up, that would be fantastic. It means that we can really continue to stay on track, escalate the project, meet our deadlines, and save time and energy at these meetings. Now I'm going to cross over to you, and you can do your spiel to me in presentations if there's anything you need to discuss. I think that's fantastic over the closing of the meeting, and I think we can move straight on with where we're planning to go. Thank you.